Hi, it's Bumbleberry. Welcome back to Seduce Me to the Demon World, or Demon War. We were just in the Demon World. I'm going to show you guys the Human World ending now. So Sam's like, yo, you want to rule the Demon World? And we're like, no, let's go back and not have our whole family forget about us. My heart belonged there. I was human after all. I knew that the Demon World was important to Sam and Diana, but I would have never been truly happy here. I missed the blue sky, and the sweet air of home called me back. The curse on me had been lifted. We fought in the war to return home. That was what we had to do. Sam smiled slightly and nodded. The incubi and the wives smiled as well, but the rebel leaders lowered their heads and looked at each other in concern. I quickly turned to them, not wanting to leave them without a plan. Work together to rebuild this world. Diana would have wanted that from all of you. Is Sam gonna have a super disappointed face? A lump in my throat almost blocked me from finishing that sentence. It was deeply painful to refer to Diana as dead, as she gave her life for me, but the world needed a leader, and it had 4. Plenty! I'm just superfluous. Superfluous? Superfluous. The 4 rebel leaders looked to each other and nodded.
We will do our best. Thank you for trusting the world with us.
What are we gonna do first? We could do all kinds of really amazing things, like rebuild the forests. No, wait, have a party. Wait, no.
Okay, I can't skip it.
Faye, quiet.
But they already said this before.
Up. The war is over. We have a reason to celebrate.
Yeah, whatever. You all get to do your individual things. I smiled, happy to know that the world was in good hands. Not really, they're kind of murderous. However, Faye took a breath and looked at me with a small smile before forming a small lavender-colored lily in her hands. I have literally seen this all.
Before you go, though, since Diana is, well, she wanted to give you this.
Yeah, it's the flower. It's the beautiful flower.
A flower of Lilith. But how can that be?
They were said to have died out generations ago.
Basically, it's a flower that makes me beautiful, and it's like a demon
Put it
Lilith.
behind your ear. I think she said it was magical or something.
Gee, a magical flower in the demon world, who would have thought? Okay. It's a flower crown. It made me feel like I was in my bridal wear already.
Whoa.
Amazing!
I know, I'm pretty fabulous. He's grinning ear to ear at the sight of me. I blushed, feeling timid with the flower crown on my head, but happy to know that it had rendered my husband speechless. However, as I lifted my hand to the flowers, feeling their soft petals, I could feel the world fade to a white color. Oh no. Is she back? Is she really disappointed in me? Yep. She's coming forward. Diana? She smiled and stepped forward.
I expected you to choose the human world. Really, dear. So predictable.
Really? I chose the demon world once. Diana? Diana chuckled, stopping me from whatever I was planning on saying before cupping my chin to make me gaze into her eyes.
Well then, promise me that you will take care of the brute. He needs a strong woman guiding him. And you've been blessed by the flowers of Lilith. So it seems you're up to the task.
Oh, she's so nice. She doesn't even flinch when I'm leaving her world. I felt tears form and drip down my cheeks, but I nodded. Something in my heart lifted, and I felt at ease with everything. I had made the right choice. With a smile, Diana tilted forward.
May you be happy with your choice, dear. And thank you.
Yeah, so she kissed my forehead beneath the crown before stepping away.
May you be happy.
Oh, and there's Saro, and he's waiting with his arm out for her. Oh, they're so cute. Diana took his hand and smiled up at him before looking back to me, nodding and walking away. As they both vanished into the light, the world around me reappeared with everyone staring at me in shock. I'm back.
Oh, hey. Are you alright?
Just hallucinating. No biggie. I quickly looked at Sam before lifting my hand to my cheek, feeling the trails my rogue tears left behind over my skin. I wiped my eyes and cheeks before nodding, laughing softly. I'm fine. Sorry. I smiled brightly, taking in a breath, and looked up at Sam while taking his hands. Let's go home. Home. And then
Well, you did it!
went home.
Congratulations! I mean, you both went through a dragon's trial to be together. A dragon's trial. Those are tough.
I would hope so, just by the name.
Still, it all worked out, right? You defeated the Demon Lord and got to return home to the human world.
Pretty awesome, I know.
Anyways, you've been through a lot, so why don't we skip to... Huh? You want to know what happened after the war? Well,
Oh, no.
I mean, I guess I could tell you.
Okay, so that says I achievement unlocked a peaceful council. Since Diana and Sarah fell to their demise, you decided to return to the human world with Sam, and the rebel leaders took up the mantle together and vowed to bring peace and prosperity to the demon world.
While it was a tough time for them, as a majority of the world still mourned the loss of the rebel queen, they managed to bring the world together and bring a steady peace to the demons within it.
But not eternal, like my amazing
They
peace.
worked diligently to this day, trying to bring equality to the entire world and create a world their queen would have been proud of.
So it's not totally embarrassing to leave
And
that
I
world.
believe that is everything that happened after, well, except for your story anyway. Sam and you returned home and prepared to get married at last.
Yeah!
No distractions, no kidnapping.
Finally, only cake, right?
Huh? How do I know? Well, I have my ways. Maybe you should check it out.
I will. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. Dankeschön. By the time I returned to the human world, I had regained all of my pre-wedding jitters. My mind began to furiously worry about the wedding again, all the way until it came time to walk down the aisle. After that, it was surprisingly smooth sailing. I would forever remember the moment the bells chimed and the taste of Sam's lips on mine as we were pronounced wife and husband. The ceremony erupted in cheers, and the reception carried that energy into the night. And of course, they're not going to show me any CGs of that. You know, who would want to see them get married? No, of course not. Just dating sim. I can go on and on about the wedding and the honeymoon, but honestly, after the war, I was more concerned of living my life afterwards. Our lives escalated to new heights after we officially became husband and wife. Yeah, I almost said husband and white because of the text. Anyway, I'm embarrassing. Sam began to climb the ladder of the public service chain and eventually became chief of police. Not exactly the same as like Dragon Lord or Demon King of the universe, you know, but whatever. I'm sure he's totally happy. Everyone at work respected him, even the criminals that came in after being arrested. Super highly doubt that, but good. As for me, I began to go through my own success in life, dedicating myself to becoming exactly what I wanted to be, besides Demon Queen of the world. After all, my husband was a cop who was also secretly a demon. If I put the same amount of work in as I did in the demon world, then I was going to be okay. However, there was never a day that went by that I didn't think about what was happening in the Abyssal Plains. It was a heavy chapter of my life, one that tested the love between me and Sam. And then he became a dragon master, and I saved the world. To think that I was married to the Lord of Dragons. Apparently, it was a very powerful title to own, and I happened to be in love with the man who carried it. A title like that, I was sure, carried a large amount of responsibility. Still, I was confident that we would get through it and stay together no matter what came our way. Demon, devil, dragon, it didn't matter to us. We were unstoppable together. The faint memory of my own power slightly tingled through me every time I grew confident, eagerly reminding me that I had a strength of my own. I would never let anyone come between me and Sam ever again. We're in the kitchen! That means there's cake. Oh, please be cake. Okay, standing over the stove, I took a moment to let my mind wander as the breakfast was preparing. The breakfast was slowly cooked? I don't know. Sam was still passed out in bed, tired from working the day before, so I let him sleep peacefully. It was adorable, remembering his sleeping face. A goofy grin, hair rustled and wild, expression surprisingly peaceful. It's almost like the CG from the other ending. I could only chuckle as I began to plate our food and arrange the breakfast tray to carry it all. The plates weren't a problem, but the glasses and jug of orange juice made it a challenge. I, however, was confident enough in my skills to carry breakfast to our room to surprise Sam. Everything smells great. Let's hope it tastes good too. I like talking to myself, apparently, as I make breakfast. Maybe she's like having the little Cheerios have different voices. Do you guys ever do that? I'm just embarrassing. I slowly made my way to the bedroom, climbing the stairs one step at a time. While it was usually true that you lose balance the slower you go when you carry something, I didn't want to just bolt up the stairs in the hope of getting there everything in one piece. As I finally arrived, I quietly slipped into the room. At the sight of the still sleeping Sam, I smiled and let out a silent sigh of relief before walking in and placing the tray of food on a nearby nightstand. The sight of Diana's lily caught my attention. It was in a beautiful vase Sam and I custom ordered, decorating the nightstand perfectly. Because of its magical nature, it was still alive and looked as freshly bloomed as the day I received it. Despite it being a bittersweet day, Sam and I cherished the lily and cared for it a lot. It was a physical memory of an important chapter in my life, and I felt blessed to have it still. Maybe she just puts it on just for funsies. I lit out another sigh before walking around the bed and sitting in the spot I usually slept in before gently nudging Sam. Sam, it's almost 10 a.m. Come on. When Sam didn't move, I simply chuckled. He was indeed a deep sleeper. I gently leaned in and kissed Sam's cheek, hoping to break the spell of sleep on him with true love's kiss. It's time to get up, Sam.
5 more minutes.
Never! Oh, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same! Are you kidding me? Oh, and also, weirdly enough, so after I did the demon ending, that CG didn't end up in the gallery, so maybe this one will. I could only laugh before crawling further onto the bed and sitting beside him. While breakfast was waiting, Sam deserved to sleep a bit longer. He had been working hard ever since his promotion, so it was no surprise to see him struggle to get up. I ruffled Sam's hair a bit, making him groan and pushed my hand off tiredly, but that only spurred me to laugh harder. As I did, Sam finally opened an eye and stared up at me, an exhausted haze evident in his gaze. I covered my mouth and giggled, a little apologetic for waking him up with my laughter. Sorry, I'll be quiet. Sam shook his head and yawned, stretching his arms up and shutting his eyes before opening them again and lazily looking up at me from his pillow.
Morning, doofus.
Morning, doofus. Yeah. Morning, Sam. I made breakfast. Sam sniffed the air and turned his head to look at the tray before nodding and returning to his lazy pose on the bed.
Smells good. Bet it tastes even better.
Okay, I would hope so. Sam gave me a toothy grin before gently pulling me down to lie beside him. Whoa, Sam. I was silenced by Sam nuzzling my shoulder and pulling me close to cuddle against my body. Cuddling is the best. It's my favorite. My face began to heat as I felt his warmth around me.
We'll eat in a bit. I want to stay here for a while.
Fair enough. I took the moment in before nodding and wrapping my arms around him, nuzzling his chest. Sam smiled and kissed my head, relaxing into the embrace. He felt perfect in my arms, and nothing could have been better than being held by him. It was like lying in paradise. Did you sleep okay?
Mm-hmm. You?
Clearly, I had time to make breakfast. Our words became simple, but our embrace only intensified our love for each other. The bed became like a cloud, and the room almost lost its shape in my eyes as all I could focus on was Sam.
I love you. You know that, right?
Well, thank you. I love you too.
I mean it. I love you and care about you so much.
Aw. I couldn't tell after the whole dragon trial thing, but it's cute to hear anyway. I looked up at Sam, seeing the love he spoke of burned brightly in his eyes as he locked his gaze with mine. I felt my heart beating wildly in my chest before leaning up and nuzzling my forehead to his with a peaceful and happy smile. And I love you, Sam, more than anyone will ever know. There was nothing more that needed to be said. Our feelings were simple, but powerful enough to move continents. And possibly, realms. Our love may have seemed plain at a glance, but within our hearts burned the flames of our devotion and passion for one another. I couldn't stop my smile from growing before leaning in and kissing Sam lovingly, feeling him kiss back with the same amount of love and passion I had. No matter what, we would always find each other. Yeah, okay, we were on the wings of love. And that was my perfectly happy ever after. And just you and me. And it was exactly the same as the demon one. It's called Just You and Me is the ending. Let's see if he actually shows up now in the gallery. Sam? Anything you'd like to share? Yeah, now it shows up. Oh, does he only have one bad ending? I liked the demon background better. Oh wait, there it is. Wait, I'm confused. I'm so confused. When it's in the preview, it's the demon background, and then when you click on it, it's it's the human background. Perfect. Just what I was hoping for. Okay, you guys want to see the bad endings? I'll do the bad endings. I have no qualms about that. But you guys have a great day, and I hope you stay sweet, and hopefully the next video I have will have my normal mic and setup and stuff. You guys have a great day. Bye.